In the wake of that Friday Oval meeting, all the European leaders are talking tough. Like, oh, we got your back. Ukraine, we got your back. We got your back. Like, we'll do this. They're all frauds. They can't do it without us. That's the reality, unless they dramatically change their spending habits and live up to military commitments they've made previously that they've been flouting for years. So technically, I guess they can, but nobody believes they actually will. That's the problem. So that now they want to rub Trump's face in, oh, he's terrible. He didn't stand by his ally. Meanwhile, even the New York Times, their podcast yesterday was admitting they can't do it. They need the United States. So they can try to walk all over Donald Trump like, oh, what a cad he is. He's terrible. We'll just do it. We'll do it without him. But listen to the New York Times, The Daily, having this discussion. It's Michael Barbaro, the host, with Peter Baker, the White House correspondent for the New York Times.
Time and time again, Europeans have said, yeah, we're going to step up and take more of the burden from the United States without actually following through. And they have risen to the occasion with Ukraine over these last 3 years. They've actually donated more money for Ukraine's defense than the United States has. You may have heard Trump say the opposite. He's wrong about that. But it's still a question whether they can do everything that Ukraine would need and would lose without American support. And for Europe, it really is a moment of truth.
Right. And it seems worth noting that UK's prime minister, even as he announced more money for Ukraine, said, we've got to be honest, we still need a backstop from the U.S. There's nothing approaching a true guarantee of Ukraine's safety unless the U.S. is involved.
That's right. I mean, they don't expect the U.S. to put troops on the ground. What they would like would be air support or logistical support or intel support, and mainly just political and geopolitical support. The idea that the United States is behind them on this and that Russia ought not to try anything because it would not just be aggravating Europe, but aggravating the United States and taking a real chance there. And it's not clear that Trump wants to do that.
So they can't do it without us. They need to not keep aggravating President Trump. President Trump, I think, probably would get around to, intel support if that's where we are. That's a much different commitment than we're going to send American military to Ukraine and be the first defense against Vladimir Putin, which puts us in a war if Putin gets hungry again. He knows he can't do that. I just think Trump is threading a very difficult to thread needle here, and he needs people's support. He's trying to bring an end to this impossible, near intractable conflict. He needs Zelensky to not be a prick. And I don't care if he doesn't like the way Trump's talking in the Oval. He has no bargaining power, none.